Dad, look! There is Ma!
Heard my daughter calling. I looked up and realized it was my wife. She happened to turn her head and look my way, to avoid being spotted. I grabbed my daughter and hid. Never in my life did I think my wife lied about getting her hair done, just to sneak out with another man. I told my daughter to go play by herself for a bit. Then I pulled out my phone and called my wife. When she saw it was me, she quickly picked up and stepped aside, afraid her boyfriend would find out she was married.
Hello, darling.
Hello, my love. Where are you?
I'm in the beauty salon as I told you.
To expose her lie, I asked if I should bring our daughter to pick her up. She quickly refused, saying she'd be home right after the salon. Then she hung up in a panic. I thought she drank herself in and head home immediately. But the moment she hung up, she was back in that guy's arms again. My blood boiled with rage. Right then, I noticed a mascot performer in the distance, and a plan formed in my mind. I ran over, pulled out $1,000 and paid the staff to borrow the costume. Then I suited up and walked right up to them, telling them there was a prize quiz event and inviting them to join. Her boyfriend lit up with excitement, told me to go ahead and ask anything.
Does your girlfriend work?
She's a banker. We've been together for 3 years.
Is he right?
Yes, of course.
When my wife answered with confidence, I popped a balloon. $100 floated to the ground. Then I asked if they had kids. Her boyfriend said not yet, but they were already planning to have one. As soon as he finished, I popped another balloon. Inside was my daughter's favorite bracelet. I thought my wife would recognize it instantly, but she scoffed, calling it trash to use as a prize. I clenched my teeth and told them one last question stood between them and the grand prize.
So, is your girlfriend married?
Of course not. But between you and me, it might happen soon.
After getting their answer, I popped the third balloon. Inside was our wedding ring. She froze the moment she touched it. It felt so familiar. But before she could think further, I popped the final balloon, claiming it was their surprise. Her boyfriend picked up a slip of paper and saw a phone number. They had no idea this was all my trap. I told them it was the ultimate prize, and to dial it, without thinking, my wife called the number. But the person who answered introduced himself as the lawyer hired by her husband. Right then, I pulled off the mascot head. The second she saw me, she was stunned. I told her this was all part of my plan, and I had recorded everything already sent to the lawyer. She still tried to argue her way out, but just then, our daughter ran over. The woman reached out her arms, wanting our daughter to come to her, but to her shock, she refused. She ran behind me instead, because in her eyes now, that woman was no longer her mom. Then she left with me without looking back. Her boyfriend stood up too, ready to walk away. The woman panicked, asking why he was leaving her too. The man said he could never accept a woman full of lies. In the end, she could only face the consequences and suffer the punishment she deserved.